I feel like there's a little bit of a onboarding problem for Magic these days. Not just in terms of complexity creep for the game, because the game has always been relatively complex, and that has never stopped people from picking it up. But I think just in terms of the branding, in terms of the packaging, in terms of the presentation, the more questions that you need to answer before you can buy a product, the greater an obstacle there is for you to actually get into that game, get into that hobby. If you start with something that you can easily buy and enjoy, everything that follows you can take one step at a time. When you have a lot of questions that you need to answer, a lot of information that you need in terms of ways to play, formats, places you can go, all of that is noise that interferes with the core of the message. And the more that noise gets in the way, the harder it is for people to connect with the product. I have been teaching people how to play Magic here at Montasy NYC for quite a while. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that you can never present information to a newcomer in a way that is too simple. I think we experienced Magic players get so focused on the details that matter to us that we forget that people need to reach that point as they go about their journey slowly and at their own pace. You can make something as straightforward as possible for you, an experienced Magic player, and then realize when you're sitting down to explain it to someone else that you have still overcomplicated. There is an elegance and simplicity, and I think that we can all strive for simplicity in thinking, simplicity in communication, even in a hobby that is so convoluted at times. But you know what? I think that journey is part of the fun for all of us. If you are a Magic player, the greatest thing that you can do is introduce someone else to the game. That doesn't mean introduce someone into playing the game what you think is the right way. That doesn't mean imparting upon someone your 10, 20, 30 years of wisdom that you have picked up from playing. That just means getting these cards into someone's hands who has never held them before and letting them discover for themselves what this hobby means. And that is what allows people to feel as though they really have a place in this community rather than feeling that they're being told a whole bunch of different overwhelming information that they can't even put a face to. Put a face to that they don't have context for. And that's not to say that newer or less experienced players aren't quick to pick things up. People pick this game up incredibly quickly, but only if they take those initial steps. If you don't have the opportunity to set out first on your own, it's very hard to figure out what that game means to you.